Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be walking you through my personal back workout. I honestly love this workout and I hope that you do too, but let's get into why I'm doing everything that I'm doing. So first off, I'm starting with the foam roller and I'm rolling out my thoracic spine. Now I'm doing this so that I can have a nice upright chest during the motion. My scapulas will be rotated and pinched together at the top of my deadlifts and everything of that nature so that I can load my back as opposed to my shoulders and my biceps, because I really want to make sure my back is on fire for my back day. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? But anyways, we're rolling this out just for purposes of postural integrity as well. Now we're going to move on to the hip flexors stretch. Now, the reason behind this is because we sit all day, you know, as a society in a whole. I mean, right now I'm sitting and recording, right? And we need to make sure that we know that our hips are really tight from these everyday actions, even sitting in a car. So by opening this up, it'll give you a nice natural open stance, allowing you to pull weight off the ground, because we are going to be deadlifting today, and it's really key to be able to have hip drive forward so you lock out nice and clean at the top. Same with the thoracic spine extension. It's the same exact concept. So now we're going to be working into the actual movement itself. I got 135 on the bar, and what I'm doing is I'm really warming up and preparing. I'm a heavy preparer. I really honestly believe that when you work on something a little bit more than a normal person would before doing the actual action, you're gonna get a better result. So by doing this 3x5, I'm really getting myself warmed up, muscle fascia is getting lubricated, and my movement is getting more and more ingrained in my head so that when I get the heavier weight on, I can pull it without any hesitation or any doubt in my mind, which honestly is a good strategy. So now I got 270 on the bar. It's nothing crazy. It's about 10 pounds more than last week, and I'm going to keep gradually increasing so long as my form stays nice and clean. But what you'll notice is I'm squeezing my butt forward for the deadlift. Now, a lot of people I see, they'll round their backs out and they'll really whip their back to the behind them after the motion, when indeed the whole entire back is your stabilizer and it shouldn't be moving too much. Your legs, your glutes, and your hamstrings, they should be doing primarily all of the work. So as you can see, that's what's going on here. And you're gonna get a clean pull that way, by the way. But I'll go into that in further detail in another video. Over here, we got the bodyweight pull up. This right here is a really crucial workout because honestly, when you're pulling your whole entire body weight up onto a bar, right? You're engaging not only your lats, your teres major and minor, your biceps, your forearms, your abs, but you're also getting a lot of deep stabilizers that you would never think about working, which is really going to benefit in you getting to be a better person all around in the gym. Now we got the standing cable row, standing rope row, whatever you want to call it. I got this one from Bradley Martin. I personally love this one, so thanks, man. When you're doing this, you got to make sure you're really pinching those shoulder blades tightly together at the top of the motion. And when you're all the way out there too, it really engages your core a lot more than a typical row would because the weight's trying to pull you in. So you have to really work on keeping yourself upright throughout the entire motion, making it so that it works better for you in both stabilization and in just overall strength because you have to hold yourself up so well. Right from there, we're going to go to some isolated lat pull downs. Now, with the lat pull down, what you're noticing is I'm driving my elbow directly under my hand so that I really get a tight squeeze at the lat. I know a lot of people, they wing their elbows out behind them, but you're gonna get more of like an upper back exercise there, which, I mean, if that's what you're floating for, go for it. But I personally like to work my lats a lot more when I'm doing a lat pull down. So I dive down towards the hips with the elbows so I get the whole entire lat squeezing like hell at the bottom of it, even if I don't go as low as a traditional lat pull down would typically go to. So that's just my outlook on that. Now what we're going to be going to is a reverse bicep curl. I do this primarily for grip and for outer bicep strength so that when you're doing your pull, you have a nice clean one. And also, it doesn't hurt to get those guns going for the, you know, the next summer, because unfortunately summer just left us. But it's overall good to kind of get accessory motions in because they will assist in anything like a pull up, a deadlift, a row, etc. Because those secondary movers like the biceps and the triceps are there to really help you and stabilize you during the other activities. So now we're going to work our way to a more normalized grip of a hammer curl. It's not quite to the normal bicep curl, but we're going to get to that. But I'm really doing this yet again to work my grip strength a little bit more and to get more of the peak of the bicep so that I have more overall strength in the bicep. And as you notice, what's going to happen next after this is I'm going to work an isolated version for the actual fully rotated version of the bicep curl, so that I'm getting all edges of my bicep, so that way it's nice and strong on all fronts. It's not just on one. I'm not just curling it one direct way. And then I'm also going to make sure that I have a nice full bicep, because, you know, some people complain about not having cuts on one side and having cuts on the other. I personally just want to have an overall rounded physique. I want to make sure that I'm nice and proportionate. So that's why I'm throwing these things in here. But guys, honestly, do whatever you want to do. You could try the workout if you'd like. The whole entire workout's in the description, and you can click on the numbers in order to go to each exercise throughout the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and as always, take it easy.